Good morning, my friends. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. You guys, I've got a project today. And let's just say that I had an idea and I came into the craft room to do it, and I am doing something totally different. And I am very, very excited. Do you guys remember when I made these? I was going to make Tim Holtz little journals out of these. And so I made 3 of these little folder things and sewed them and everything, and then made a bunch of ephemera to go with. And look, I've got belly bands that are sewn and everything and collaged. I've got pockets that are sewn and everything. And then I have this whole tray of things that I've made. Some are waiting to be sewn, some are just kind of randoms, and you know, they're basically they're master boards that are cut up into different things. I've got some envelopes in here, and I wanted to start another journal. Some of this stuff is already sewn, or actually that one ran out of thread before I realized it, but it's got the holes punched, and that's kind of cool. But then I've got all this stuff. I've got tags and embellishments, little journaling cards, pockets. These could be more pockets. We're making a journal today. I've got tags. Look at these tags. These are gorgeous. I kind of forgot about this box. This is a forgotten friend for sure. Now, I watched a video, and if I can find it, because I've watched a bunch more since then, last night, as I was trying to fall asleep, about a different way of, so my point is that when I brought these boxes in, I was going to start this journal that I wanted to do, and realized these are the same size, you guys. They'll fit inside of it for signatures. I'm so thrilled. So half of my work is done for me, and I'll be using up some of these things that are here in my craft room that don't have a home yet. Isn't that awesome? See, sometimes it's nice to have these things started, because you're going to find them when you need them the most. And it's an inspiration. Half the work is done. So I probably should have cut this before, but I'm going to cut it now. So I have 2 of these boxes, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually glue these the sides. I don't need the side at all. Here, let's just cut it a little easier instead of trying so hard. And we're going to make a journal today. So, yay. There we go. Now, I just need these sides. So, I'm going to glue the 2, I'm going to glue them together just to make them stronger. And I'm going to show you, we're going to do a different system for the spine than I've ever done, and I thought it was really, really cute. And if I'm smart, I'll show you the end result and edit my video so I can show you that first. See, I'm learning. It won't be a prototype, it'll actually be the real thing. So yeah, we're going to do something a little different, and way different than what I thought I was going to do, because I thought I was just coming in here to, well, I don't know what I was going to do. That's the thing. I had a little dream last night about making something. I thought of something for the kids for Christmas, and I know it's close, but we're probably going to be doing gifts after the fact, because they'll all be elsewhere. So for Christmas, so that gives me some time. Sorry, I know I'm off screen. Hang on, guys. Cut potato boxes. So I don't usually. You're probably wondering, why is she using instant mashed potatoes, right? Guess what? There's one dish in my life where I really like instant mashed potatoes, and that's mashed potato casserole. That's the only way to make it. I always buy instant mashed potatoes for that dish. It's a quick dish. It's a comforting dish. Everybody loves it. We always stuff ourselves. It's one of those comfort foods. And we call it mashed potato casserole. I think it's shepherd's pie is what it is. I think that's the same thing. And we just put seasoned ground beef at the bottom. And then we put corn and or green beans in the middle. Underneath or on top of the beef. And I usually use frozen. I don't care for canned vegetables. They have a funny taste to me. Even the green beans, it's been so long since and I love canned green beans, but it's been so long since I've eaten them. They taste funny now. And I know our taste buds change as we get older, so maybe that's part of it too. But then I put the instant mashed potatoes, a whole box. Yesterday I made some and I actually used a box and a half. Because we had some extra and there's no such thing as, we shouldn't have extra instant mashed potatoes. So I made, that's what we had for dinner. Oh shoot, this is going to be, well, that's okay. It's alright, it'll be covered anyway. I could put it this way, but I wonder if, I really want to do it this way. I'll make it easy. We're going to use Mod Podge to glue this together as I'm chit-chatting. Oh, and then I didn't have any cheddar cheese. And I sent Chloe to the store to get cheddar cheese, but she forgot cheddar cheese. She got all the ingredients she needed and the pan that she was originally going for, but she forgot my cheese. So I used Parmesan cheese and added extra butter to the top of it. Oh my goodness, was that good. That was the first time I'd done that. And I actually loaded the potatoes. I put some sour cream in there, put lots of milk and butter. So, you know, they were not boring potatoes on top of that casserole. And I made a whole big old pan of it. I used 2 pounds of beef, but you know, I had it and I needed to fill it up, and we needed some extra beef in there to go with the extra potatoes. And I tell you what, I'll be eating that casserole all week and I'm not going to complain. And I would be willing to bet that the kids come up and eat some of it too. That's one of our family favorites. Simple. It's warm. It's just, you know, it's good. It's good, you guys. I bet y'all have family meals like that too that you have, that everybody loves. So my edges are a little bit off. That's okay. We'll be fixing that. Oh, and shoot, I put glue on this. Well, I didn't mean to put glue on this side, but I did. So we'll just go with it. That's okay. Now in the original video, she used a book cover, and so her pieces inside were already decorated real pretty. And I didn't watch the whole thing because I fell asleep. But, so she may have actually covered that. I'm not sure. We're just going to do it the way we want to today. And this may be, you know, a several part series kind of thing, because I don't know if I can get this all done today. I'm going to do my best to get it sorted. At least we'll do the cover today. We've got half the insides already done, so at least I'll be able to show you the first part. You might have to come back tomorrow for the next. Especially since tomorrow's Finish It Friday, huh? Alright, now I don't usually use a lot of Mod Podge, but this is going to take a minute to dry. Because I'm using fabric today, I'll probably be using some more of it. So here's what we're going to do. These are going to be, it's going to be an open spine. We're going to use fabric, and I want to use this burlap, especially since I'm using the Tim Holtz. And this is a big old bag, and I have hesitated to cut it because it's got this, I can't really show you in screen, but got this gorgeous print on it that's red, and I thought it would be a fun Santa bag, and No. Chloe gave it to me to use, and I'm going to use it. She found it at a thrift store, and she grabbed it. I was like, yes, please. So we are going to actually cut into it today. It hurts my heart. But I'm going to use the back of it because there's no print on the back. So that works. And I'm sorry, I am cutting off screen. I'm going to bring it to you in a minute because I just need a chunk out of it. And it's way too big to fit on my desk. And that's got to be more than enough right there. Okay, and I'm going to probably get these fibers all over my legs and be all itchy all day. Okay, throw that to the back. We are going to cut the seam off. I don't need the seam. Now the gal that did this in the video also used a different kind of fabric. She used kind of a, I don't know if it was a linen or what have you, but it was a, it wasn't quite so chunky. And I think what I want to do is cut this to the size. It can be smaller, but I think I'm going to cut this to the size of the cover. I know I needed at least the height, but I don't need it necessarily the width of the cover. So we're going to start there and just eyeball it. It's noisy. Let's see if I can get those scissors off the glass. And we do need the height. The height is important because it's going to have to go all the way up the side of the journal. Okay. So this is going to be our spine. Okay, and then we're going to cut windows out of the middle. And I'm okay if it goes over a little bit, as long as it covers that. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to be using strips of, where did that other fabric? Oh, we're going to use this trim. Now, the cat has slept on this trim, so I'm not going to show you the outside of this trim because it's full of cat hair. I'm just going to cut that chunk off. But I also found this label inside this trim. We're going to find a way to use that too. Okay, so we're not going to use the hairy part. Let's just cut that off. Boop. And I'll figure out what to do with that later. So what we're going to do, we are going to, this isn't trim, this is, what is this, bias tape? But I thought it would be a really pretty color to use on here. But I want to probably possibly cut it in half. I had some other ribbon I was thinking about using, but I couldn't find it. It wasn't a ribbon. It's actually a guitar strap. One of Josie's guitar strap that they gave me because they cut it up to use it for something else. But for the life of me, I can't find it. And you know how I feel about that. If you can't find it within a minute, it wasn't meant to be. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this and we will cut it in half. Okay, we'll find a way to use some more of that in the book too. I think we're going to cut this in half. This way. I don't even care if it's not perfect. This stuff won't, if it was regular fabric and I could tear it, I would. But it's seam binding, which doesn't tear. So we're going to cut it. Guys, somebody is commenting something on my Facebook right now, and it's like, there's some strong words. I'm like, wait, what? What is happening right now? What is this? Oh, got it. Oh, goodness. Got it, got it, got it. So somebody had posted a comment, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, denied. And they said, yeah, no. So, anyway, sorry, it doesn't make sense to, anyway. So I think, because we're going to do some sewing on here, I don't know. As I'm looking at this, I'm not sure this is really what I want to go with. It is. It is what I want to go with. So I think I still have the guitar strap in my head because it's more decorative. And I do want some decorative in it. But I'm thinking maybe I can add something more. And I know this probably isn't making just too much sense yet, guys, because I'm still fiddling. But what about... Okay, all right. Happy medium. You know what? The guitar strap was similar to this, much bigger. But look at that. This is what I want. Right here. This is what I want. Forget this. We'll use it for something else. This is what I want right here. Won't that be gorgeous? Yes. Yes. Okay, we're going to cut 3 of these. I love this trim. And it'll look beautiful with the Tim Holtz stuff. I don't need to fuss with it anymore. That's exactly what I want. Okay, we're going to put that over there because we're going to have to use it. All right, so what am I doing? What is happening here, right? That's what you're asking me. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We are going to make windows in between these. I'm going to go up about 1/2 inch here. Maybe I should put a 4th one. Should I put a 4th one? I can. This book is bigger than the one she had. We can put a... Oh, but then I can't cut much out. No, we're going to stick with 3. Okay. And what I want to do... We're going to cut a block out of here and a block out of here. So what I want to do... I want them to be the same. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm fiddling. I'm indecisive this morning because I haven't done this before. I'll figure it out the right way. The burlap is going to... Ooh, almost knocked my light over. It might fall anyway. The burlap is going to fray, and that's okay. Box cutters. Ruler. Question, where's my ruler? I have a metal one that I prefer for this, but I think I'm going to have to use my plastic one because that's what I can find. Set those aside. So I think I'd like to do, let's put that there to there, 6 inches. It's way wider than I need it to be, and that's fine. Sorry, 5 inches. Let's go from the 2 to the 5. That gives me a 3-inch. Gives me a 3-inch hole right there. Is that going to work? That's not going to work. Okay. I think I can get these scissors in here. Come on. sure I have better tools for this. I'm sure there's a better way. Okay, and then we're going to do the same. If I do 2 to the 5, what if I do, let's just go down this way. I'm eyeballing. I'm totally eyeballing. 5, let's see, right about here. With different fabric, this might be a lot easier too. Because you could draw on it, you could draw your lines on it, and then cut it that way. But I don't think burlap will accept my lines. And then I'm just going to eyeball this part. So we're going to go up this way. I don't feel like I cut that very straight. Not sure how much it matters. Now I'm going to do this a little bit easier this way. I'm not going to measure this one. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it around this one. Does that work? That works. This turns out so cute. Well, I don't know if mine will, but hers did. And I'm going to have to find that video because that would only be fair. I want to give credit where it's due. I don't know how old the video is either. I'm not really paying attention to that. She was a new crafter to me, and so I definitely subscribed. But I didn't get to watch very many videos, especially because, you know, I fell asleep. I was trying to fall asleep. Sometimes I even create in my sleep. Okay, actually I should save those little squares for something inside. Okay, I like to have cohesiveness throughout, so having some of those scraps inside helps with that. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to just run a zigzag stitch probably through here, or at least on the edges, or maybe I'll just do a straight stitch. I know that she used paper on the back of hers too to make it sturdier. I'm thinking I should probably do that. So I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so what I did, I went ahead and sewed some paper onto the back. It's a little crooked. That's okay, because those edges are going to be covered. And then, I sewed here and around each of the squares. So even if it frays, it's not going to be too much. So what's going to happen is, this is going to be my outside, this is going to be, the signature spines are going to show in here, is what I'm trying to say, even though it's not coming out. So what I can do here is also, I'm going to use tape to attach these originally. I think we're going to need more than tape. We're probably going to need glue too, but I'm going to start here. I don't know what I'm covering these with yet. I guess I haven't thought that far yet. I have to come up with something good. Because she didn't cover hers, she used book covers, so not that that matters, I can do it any way I want to. Yeah, I can. This is going to be great. Okay, I think it is. If it doesn't turn out, I don't know what to say. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to put this on to, it needs to be on the inside. So that won't work. because the tape is not going to fit, is not going to, so you can kind of see what I'm going to do. So if we do this, this is going to be the spine, and as we, the signatures of the book are going to show here, we're going to sew them in. So the tape isn't necessarily going to work, but we're going to go ahead, I'm going to use it anyway. I don't think it'll stick that well to the burlap. We'll put some glue on here too, because we're going to need to. I don't have pages ready either. Oops, I need to figure out what we're going to cover it with. That might be too much. We're going to go to here. I want some of that to, oops, ooh, it will stick. And it stuck good. Okay, that helps. I want some of this edge to cut to show. We'll hold this down for a minute. Let's do the same to this side. If I'd done this smartly, I probably would have cut my burlap here so that I would have raw paper here to glue to. But here we are, doing this for the first time, figuring it out. So when I do this again, because I will, I love it, it's beautiful, you'll see, I will remember that, hopefully. Try to line this up with the other one too. And leave some flatness so it's not so chunky on the inside. Do you guys see what I'm doing here? This is awesome. I think I want to cover these in fabric, which also would have been smart to cover this in fabric before I glued it down. So that's another challenge I'm going to have to overcome, and that's okay. Maybe the best thing would be to cover it in just a piece of burlap and then decorate that, use fabric on top of it for embellishing. That might be a really cute idea. I think let's do that. Yeah. Because I don't know which fabric I want to use yet. But if I do this, it'll kind of all end up blending together in a way, and it'll still look a bit rustic. I don't have any more of the Tim Holtz papers, I don't think, so I can't really use that to cover the book. Sorry, I'm off screen again. Tell you what, I'll come back when I get the fabric cut. Be right back. All right, I'm back. So you guys, remember how I had this stuff that I was thinking I could use? I can actually use this and glue this to the edge here and use these pieces, and it would actually help to cover some of that. So I think what we're going to do is just that. And it'll actually provide just a little bit of beauty there. And if I do it just so, this edge will mostly mask that cardboard. Maybe not completely, and that's quite all right. We're doing a very rustic job here. And I'm gonna overlap that. We're gonna have enough burlap that that's not gonna show much either. And we'll just cut this here. We're gonna do the same thing on the next side. That's gonna be great. Does this look like a hot mess express already? Just my style. Okay. And there. Overlap slightly. Now I could have made things easy and just used a book cover like she did. But yeah, no, that's not my thing. So okay, here we go. We're going to, I have the burlap cut, so we're going to go ahead and glue this. Why do I always say we? Maybe because you're crafting along with me. I hope so. I could probably put some more of that blue over on this side. Would be nice for the closing. Do I have enough of it? I think I had more. More without cat hair. Let me get over there and look in my pile again. I don't want this too gooey, because it will take forever to dry if it is. If you guys don't have these silicone brushes, they are amazing. I think scrapbook.com may sell them. I think that's one of the places I've seen them. Amazon has them. They're pretty cool for spreading glue and stuff. And they clean really well because they're silicone. Okay, so yes, I have plenty. I've got plenty, and I can actually use a whole piece. Oops, not a whole piece, but you know. And we'll cut this in half-ish. So we'll have some left over. This is actual vintage seam binding. I believe, out of my stash of old stuff. I think this might have been my grandmother's, honestly. And you know what I think I'm going to do? Because it's got this edge on it already, why don't we use that to go ahead and mask the edge of this book? That would be brilliant. That would be a really smart idea. If I can unfold it enough to glue it on there. I think if I'm patient, which is not my virtue. Never been accused of being... Actually, I was accused of being patient yesterday, but I think he was just being kind. I have never been truly accused of being patient. Okay. We had our corporate visitors yesterday, and he messed something up, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just fix it. He goes, oh, you're so patient. I'm like, no, I'm not. But it's not a big deal. You made a mistake. It's not a big deal. This is so easy to fix. It's just not worth worrying about. He's like, oh, you're so nice. No, I'm not. Don't tell people that. I have a reputation to uphold. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now I want to just put... Oh, there was a side that was straighter, and I think that's actually it. Oh, wait. This is a better fit. I'm going to actually put this one over the edge on this side a little bit. We're just going to let that blue peek. And I'm so glad I put this brown side to the outside, because this burlap probably wouldn't have covered the print very well. Okay, we're just going to press this down. I've got another piece here I overcut, which is great. I think I'm going to sew this around here too. What do you think, you guys? So far, so good? Kind of cool, kind of weird? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I'm going to let it fray a little bit more after I sew it. Okay, let's move this back around this way so I can do the other side. I way overcut that, didn't I? That's okay. We're going to cut it off. Okay. Okay, then let's put this strip on this one. You guys see? Gosh, I hope you can see. I feel bad if I've been off screen. I should probably double check. This one is a little bit hairy. I might have to get some tape out and fix that. Darn cat. I think Cash was napping in this basket. How dare I take away her nap basket, huh? I'm sure she'll tell me about it later. Silly kitty. Okay. Well, even if it's not perfect, I can fix that when we fold it over to the other side, so not too worried. Okay, now go ahead and smother this in glue. There we go. And that's that piece. This is, which side is the straight one? Ish, straight-ish side, huh? Nope, that's not it. It must be this side. Must be this side. I cut this one different. That's alright. Okay. And we'll just push this one down. Same thing, make sure it sticks real good. Nice. This is going to be so cool. It's going to be so, so cool. Hopefully mine turns out working as well as hers did, because I really loved it. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this in while we're waiting for these other parts to dry. Just need to dab it on there. And we'll fold this over. The inside's going to be covered. I'm going to cover the inside with paper. So that will be covered up.
Are you not working today?
I am working today. I'm also recording.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Be right back with you guys. Alright, I'm back. So you guys, remember how I had this stuff that I was thinking I could use? I can actually use this and glue this to the edge here and use these pieces, and it would actually help to cover some of that. So I think what we're going to do is just that. And it'll actually provide just a little bit of beauty there. And if I do it just so, this edge will mostly mask that cardboard. Maybe not completely, and that's quite all right. We're doing a very rustic job here. And I'm gonna overlap that. We're gonna have enough burlap that that's not gonna show much either. And we'll just cut this here We're going to do the same thing on the next side. That's going to be great. Does this look like a hot mess express already? Just my style. Okay. And there. Overlap slightly. Now I could have made things easy and just used a book cover like she did. But yeah, no, that's not my thing. So okay, here we go. We're going to, I have the burlap cut, so we're going to go ahead and glue this. Why do I always say we? Maybe because you're crafting along with me. I hope so. I could probably put some more of that blue over on this side. Would be nice for the closing. Do I have enough of it? I think I had more. More without cat hair. Let me get over there and look in my pile again. I don't want this too gooey, because it'll take forever to dry if it is. If you guys don't have these silicone brushes, they are amazing. I think scrapbook.com may sell them. I think that's one of the places I've seen them. Amazon has them. They're pretty cool for spreading glue and stuff. And they clean really well because they're silicone. Okay, so yes, I have plenty. I've got plenty, and I can actually use a whole piece. Oops, not a whole piece, but you know. And we'll cut this in half-ish. So we'll have some left over. This is actual vintage seam binding. I believe, out of my stash of old stuff. I think this might have been my grandmother's, honestly. And you know what I think I'm going to do? Because it's got this edge on it already, why don't we use that to go ahead and mask the edge of this book? That would be brilliant. That would be a really smart idea. If I can unfold it enough to glue it on there. I think if I'm patient, which is not my virtue. Never been accused of being... Actually, I was accused of being patient yesterday, but I think he was just being kind. I have never been truly accused of being patient. Okay. We had our corporate visitors yesterday, and he messed something up, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just fix it. He goes, oh, you're so patient. I'm like, no, I'm not. But it's not a big deal. You made a mistake. It's not a big deal. This is so easy to fix. It's just not worth worrying about. He's like, oh, you're so nice. No, I'm not. Don't tell people that. I have a reputation to uphold. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now I want to just put... Oop, there was a side that was straighter, and I think that's actually it. Oh, wait. This is a better fit. I'm going to actually put this one over the edge on this side a little bit. We're just going to let that blue peek. And I'm so glad I put this brown side to the outside, because this burlap probably wouldn't have covered the print very well. Okay, we're just going to press this down. I've got another piece here I overcut, which is great. I think I'm going to sew this around here too. What do you think, you guys? So far, so good? Kind of cool, kind of weird. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I'm going to let it fray a little bit more after I sew it. Okay, let's move this back around this way so I can do the other side. I way overcut that, didn't I? That's okay. We're going to cut it off. Okay, then let's put this strip on this one. You guys see? Gosh, I hope you can see. I feel bad if I've been off screen. I should probably double check. This one is a little bit hairy. I might have to get some tape out and fix that. Darn cat. I think Cash was napping in this basket. How dare I take away her nap basket, huh? I'm sure she'll tell me about it later. Silly kitty. Okay. And even if it's not perfect, I can fix that when I fold it over to the other side, so not too worried. Okay, now go ahead and smother this in glue. There we go. And that's that piece. This is... Which side is the straight one? Straight-ish side, huh? Nope, that's not it. It must be this side. Must be this side. I cut this one different. That's alright. Okay. And we'll just push this one down. Same thing, make sure it sticks real good. Nice. This is going to be so cool. This is going to be so, so cool. Hopefully mine turns out working as well as hers did, because I really loved it. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this in while we're waiting for these other parts to dry. Just need to dab it on there. And we'll fold this over. The inside's going to be covered. I'm going to cover the inside with paper. So that will be covered up.
Are you not working today?
I am working today. I'm also recording.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just
Be right back with you guys. that's not going to work. Can't bend it. How am I going to sew that? The other direction, I guess. Let's see here. All right. Now, put on the inside. Here's the question. This is cute. It's pink, opposed to blue, but it goes. Yeah. So 6.5 by 6.5 by 9. Six and a half. Do both. By 9. Alright, technical difficulties just cut me off in the middle of my words, but I think I ran out of storage on my camera. So I cleared that out. Let's see what we can keep going. Hopefully that was the problem and that we fixed it. So the idea behind this spine, it'll be decorative, of course, but it'll also, we're going to make it so that it's not too full so that it can expand. And having it done this way allows for some of that extra expansion so that when we fill it, we've got extra room. The selvage edge on this side. Stretch this out this way. This one might be a little, actually, I don't want to go over, because I want that torn edge right on the edge. So if it goes over a little bit, that's okay, but glue this side down a little bit better. Alright, so this is what we've got. So this will be the outside. This is the inside. Next we're going to get our signatures together. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside to dry again and get some papers together and come back to you. See you in a minute. Alright y'all, I pulled some papers out to use for this journal. They don't have to all be the same size. They don't have to be equal. I want to use this as an art journal or create it as an art journal. I need to close this up. Or create it as an art journal so that there's plenty of room to add stuff into. And we all know art journals get pretty chunky. So our pages can be no bigger than 12 inches, that's easy, and 9 inches tall. So that should be easy because we've got papers in our stash like this, you know, that we can use. That's perfect, and 9 inches, easy. So use what you've got. There's a bunch of scraps here. I think I'm just gonna kind of start adding. This will work. And we can add more of that in a minute, but I've got some more there. And then I've got stuff like this, like these are all for my scrap box, and this is already artsy. So you know we're going to put that in there. I have got these pages. These are printables. These were from Jovi's printables. These are her eco die set. You can find it on her Etsy. They're gorgeous. I love working with these. We're just going to tear the white edges off of these. Because they'll just look better in the book. So if you're interested in some gorgeous digitals, check out Etsy or her Etsy store. Actually, I'm not going to sit here and tear all those out in front of you because that would be boring. But I do have some others that we can, I'm going to use them for sure, but you can use papers from your pads. You can use map pages. We're going to put this in there. Let's see if this is too tall. 9 by, no, that's great. You can use parchment paper. That's parchment paper that was in there. Use your interesting papers. It's cool. Doesn't have to be just fold it in half. Anything specific? I've got some double-sided stuff here. Even with that hole in it, I'm going to leave it on here because remember it's an art journal. We can use that. I've got this little scrap that made it in. We'll just throw that aside. I've got a printout of one of my master boards. We can use that. And I've got some just, oh, there is a digital one. How did I do that? This must have been folded up in my stack. How funny is that? That hadn't gone through my printer that way. Because my printer doesn't print big pages like that. Huh. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to set that aside. Cardstock. Those are, let's see what else we got here in this pile. This is just, honestly, these are things that were scraps in my book. Old glue. Did I say book? Not in my book. In my box, my scrap box. Let's tear this one. Tear this one here. Here, let's tear it shorter so we can use it twice. It'll still be 2 pages instead of just one. That thing, we're going to do the same thing to this one. Okay, we'll use that twice. Same here. I should have just torn this one. We'll go this way with this one. We'll do this different. Or is it different? I don't know. I think it's the same, we just did it different. I just did it different. This one, I want to go this way. This one in half. We'll have lots of those short pages, and that's great. Same here. These were, I guess these weren't really scraps. These were full pieces of paper, but they were in my scrap box, so we'll use them. This one at Jovie's. This one is actually a cardstock, so this one might be a little harder to tear. Or not. It's actually easier. This one printed funny. It's I must have been low on ink because it's got like lines through it. I don't know what it is about my printer. Sometimes it has that issue. So I think the rest of these are digitals that I need to tear up this one. So this is a great way to use up some of those papers in your scrap box, but also if you have papers in your, just in your stash that you want to use, that you haven't found a use for, you think that they'd look well, if they look good in your book, use them. This one was double-sided, so that's helpful. Alright, let's see what we've got so far. I mean, I don't think this is nearly enough, but you can also just use white paper. Just put white paper in there. You're going to be covering it anyway, at least to a degree, right? Where did our signatures go? We've got one. Did I pull them all out? Did I pull them all out? I've got one here. Well, I did, but there they are. I actually have 4 signatures. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to use all 4. I could potentially, I've got enough room in there, I think. So we could probably, I probably should do that and use all 4 of them. So we can make 4 signatures. So let's just kind of randomly put these in piles. 1, 2, 3, 4. in no particular order. 2, 3, 4. I did see some of those prints in the other ones, so we'll switch it up a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of these are short, aren't they? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we know this will not be enough to make a signature out of. And we'll just put this one, we can put this one here, put this one on the outside, and tuck it into one of these. There's one. We're going to add to it. I just know it. No particular order going on here. I do want to, like the ones that have writing on them, I do kind of want to put them face up. Oh, that's the same one. Let's switch it up. I have one of those. Let's put this one and this one over here. There's a second one. That one's a little tall. We can fix that later. I may even have some watercolor paintings I can put in some of these. I was kind of looking through the box briefly, but I think I'll add those differently. I don't think I want to put them in as pages. I want to put them in as decorative, I think. There's another one. There we go. All right. Well, you guys, this is definitely a start. I'm going to show you kind of how it's going to look. I'm not going to finish this today on camera because I think this is going to be more than a one-parter. This is going to be several, and I still want to find some more papers to go in these. But I'm going to kind of give you a clue how it's going to look. So these signatures will all be full and chunky, and you'll be able to see them through there. That's going to be so neat to be able to do that. And we'll leave enough room so it'll be expand and make a bigger book. So this is basically part 1 of this. It's going to be a series because there's going to be at least one more video. Probably a couple of them. So I hope you like how it's coming along so far. So far, I think it's great, and I'm super excited how it's coming along. This is fantastic. I got even further than I thought I would today. So I hope you like it. I hope that you will get out your scraps and make something too. I hope you all have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.